Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. And as a quick reminder to all, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to, offer comments on the information provided, and when you choose to share the information with associates and colleagues. So with that said, if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. And to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, check out those links below. And so with that said, let's get into our topic here today, and it's the gym sales slump, what you can do to reverse it. The gym sales slump, what you can do to reverse it. So I want to give you some things to think about, and whether you're a gym owner, a gym operator, you're a sales manager, you're a salesperson, okay, or you aspire to do any of these things, okay, if you're thinking about getting in the business, look at each of these and say, okay, what can we do to help take our business, to that next level? And so number one on my list is, getting the right frame of mind. I mean, so much of all of this is mindset, okay, it's our focus, okay, and one of the first things I would suggest you do, depending on what your roles are, determine, here's my goals, and here's why these goals are important to me. And make sure you stay just acutely focused on why those goals are important. You want the right frame of mind here. Look for the positive. I mean, the old saying, the glass is half full. Look for reasons that you can do this. Okay, get that mindset correct. Okay. Number two, analyze your process, and you can do some searching here in the channel for sales process. We go through that on several different videos, but make sure you analyze your process. Your process might be all wrong. Okay, I know some folks that you look at them and go, well, I wonder why they're not doing so well. You start looking at the process, and in many ways there is no process. Okay, their process is none. Okay. So analyze that process. You want a proven process. Don't trial and error this thing. Number three, build a clear action plan for each day. Build a clear action plan. Okay, for example, here's how many leads I'm going to collect. Here's how many calls I'm going to make. Here's how many appointments I'm going to make. My closing percentage, my second sale. Here's the marketing. So here's all the things. Now here's the plan of how I'm going to do that. Okay, you want that daily plan of action. And truthfully, you want a monthly plan of action, to kind of back that up as well. But have a clear action plan. One of the things that we find, over and over and over is, salespeople, they really spend very little time, maybe 20% of their time in doing something that's going to result in a sale. I mean, what if you took that to 40? What if you took it to 60, to 80? Okay, without even reaching 100%, you can have some pretty impactful numbers based on your activities and performance. Okay. Number five, make sure that you provide value on every call that you make. Okay. Part of this is making outbound calls, or it's even doing emails or texting or whatever. Make sure there's value. What's in it for the customer? What problem are you helping them to solve? Okay. Always provide value. Don't just make it, hey, I have stuff for sale, tomorrow's the last day. Don't just make it about that, okay? Provide value on all calls. Next on my list, learn the power of consistency. Learn the power of consistency. We see this a little bit in the gyms, right? Customer comes in, they're all fired up. They're going to lose weight. They're going to get back in the same kind of shape they were in when they were in college. And then after 30 days, they start to, come in a little less frequent because they didn't get the results quick enough. Okay, and they're not always going to come just like that. Okay, the power of consistency. When you stop doing it, that's the one time I can absolutely guarantee results. When your customer stops working out, I can pretty much tell you what's going to happen. Same thing for you. If you're in a sales slump and you quit following the processes, collecting leads, making outbound calls, booking appointments, confirming appointments, making follow-up calls, the second sale, referrals, all these things that go into this, when you stop doing it, we know what's going to happen then. So learn the power of consistency, day in, day out. Show up every day. And I'm not talking just physically show up, mentally show up, every single day. Number 6 on my list of gym sales slumps and what you can do, to reverse it. Shift your focus away from selling memberships to helping people. One of the problems we run into, and a lot of new people run into this a little bit, is, I've got to sell a membership. I've got to make a membership sale. Well, shift your focus. Your job is to solve problems for folks. Because if you can show your customer how you can solve their problem, if that value of what you're bringing exceeds the price, you know what? They're probably going to get started with you. Okay? If all it is a membership sale, if all it is releasing space, that's a whole different animal. So shift that focus away from closing new sales and shift it to helping people. Focus on solving their problem. Next on my list, surround yourself with people that motivate you. Surround yourself with people that support you. This is one of the single biggest mistakes that I see that so many people make, is we hang around naysayers. I remember in the early days for me, Jim, when are you going to get a real job? Well, I was getting loans at the bank, and I was doing construction, and I was building clubs, and people would still say, Jim, when are you going to get a real job? Well, this is a real job. Okay? Make sure you're associating with folks that support you, that believe in you. If you have people around you that are telling you you can't be great, run, and run fast. Okay? Associate with folks that support you. Consider joining networking groups. There's a lot of them, entrepreneur groups and business owner groups. A lot of these folks, they don't have to be in the same industry. You just want to be around that same mindset, around people that are going to believe in you and motivate you and, help get you going. Okay. Next on my list, number 8, I think here, is go back to what you do best. Now, a couple thoughts on this for you. There could be some things that maybe, if you're in a slump that, hey, you do best and you've kind of gotten away from. That stuff happens. But let me tell you one of the things that I find to be true a little bit sometimes when I say go back to what you do best. When's the last time you worked out? Okay? So many people, they get in the fitness business because they like to exercise. They like to work out. They like the environment. And then sometimes we fall into that same habit what the customer does. We quit doing it for a little bit. Go back to doing it. Know how great it feels. Know the energy it gives you, the confidence it gives you, the self-esteem it gives you. Go back to what you do best. Go back to those roots. Start working out again. And if you've never worked out, start. But one of the things I would suggest for anybody, we kind of recommend this for a lot of new hires that come on, you want to work out on every piece of equipment that you have, take every class you have, and do this once a month at least, okay? Because you want to be familiar with it, know how it feels. It's the greatest product in the world, okay? You want to use it, so you can show it off. Reach out to your favorite customers. Okay, next to my list. Reach out to your favorite customers. You're in a sales slump. Call up your favorite members. Call up your favorite vendors. Talk to people that believe in you and support you. Get that positive feedback. Okay? You might even make a sale along the way. Okay? But you want to start the days off strong. I like to do those things first. If I'm in a slump, let's call up the ones that I know are going to say yes at whatever level we're at. They're going to say yes, when I make that phone call. And then number 10 on my list, last on my list, recognize when it's time to ask for help. If you're a business owner, business operator, I see this one frequently. Okay, I know I get asked this all the time when I'm being interviewed. Jim, what's the most difficult thing about the consulting business? And the answer is, and has been, the client, the customer, they wait until the patient's on the operating table before they call. Okay? Don't wait until the patient's on the operating table. If you're an individual salesperson, ask for help. The thing is, you want to become a student of this. Even if you're excelling at it, become a student of this. A student of sales, a student of management, a student of people, of fitness, of your gym, of the industry. Become a student, okay? But don't wait to ask for help. I'd always be asking. Be curious. Always be asking lots of questions. So, a gym sales slump. What can you do to reverse it? Take a look at some of these. If you're slumping, the answers could be sitting right here for you, okay? Or if you're not slumping, let's make sure that we don't allow us to, go in some of these directions, all right? So, folks, I appreciate you being here today. Again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. And as I mentioned earlier, my focus My mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. If you find the information beneficial, please hit that like button. Offer your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And, share it. Share the information with friends, associates, and colleagues. And again, to learn more about me, my company, and how we can help take your business to that next level, check out those links below, and we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next video.